Hello there, out in Twitterland and to all you Twitter people. I thought it was about time I actually introduced myself. My name's Connor Paddy, better known as the Twatter or Twatter the Far Left. I hope you don't mind our little bit of music in the background. It's from our promo video and it's all aboard for the Trump train. Anyway, I wanted to just quickly put a video out there and let people know a little bit about me, and also to let them know exactly what's been going on this week, because there's all sorts of messages that have been flying across Twitter. People have been confused, they don't really know what's going on, and I wanted to clarify that situation. So first of all, who am I? Well, my career history has been one very quite diverse really, but I've held executive and senior executive positions in both UK and American companies, and it's mainly been involved with technology. In my early youth, I was technical services manager, so I understand systems quite well. And then as I progressed, I changed at different times. But my final position was a UK sales manager for a company that was selling hardware and software platforms for very large enterprise print systems. Anyway, that's just a little bit of history about who I am in terms of my career. Why am I interested in Trump? What's all that about? All these accusations that are flying around about I'm British and I should have a big foot up my arse and all that sort of thing. And therefore I've got no interest whatsoever. I think what people don't understand is that Donald Trump, in my opinion, is probably going to be the greatest American president ever. As long as we can keep people like the MSM, Mueller's pony and trap organisation who are trying to impeach him, the rhinos and what have you at bay. Why is it important to me as a British citizen? Well, what you have to remember, America, is that we're envious. You have the most amazing president ever. And he's not just your president, he represents so much to everybody. What I mean by that is that he is a symbol, he's an icon, he's a touchstone. And his success in America, not just to hold 4 years of term of office, but to hold 8 years, which is what we all want for him, is going to fundamentally change the political map across the whole of the globe. Countries follow suit with America in a big, big way. And you have to remember that we're under siege here, not just in the UK, but all across Europe, all through Australia, New Zealand even. And you've seen all the news items, you've seen all the news bulletins. We missed the boat. Our champion really was Nigel Farage, and his real aim and his real ambition was to make sure that we achieved Brexit. Once he'd done that, then he left the political fray, and good for him, because that, he achieved what he wanted to do. But unfortunately, what we needed was someone like him that could have led our country as a Prime Minister. And I think you've seen from news broadcasts and bulletins and what have you, that they get on famously. They have very much the same views, very much the same opinions. So we've lost out. We do have a Conservative government here, but that Conservative government is hanging on a thread. We have a coalition majority, which is not really acceptable. And the surge of the left means that there's likely to be another election in the next 12 to 18 months. If that happens, I really fear that we could fall into the hands of the left completely. So, for me, it's fundamentally important that Donald Trump is a success, and an amazing success. And I want to do everything I can, everything in my power to make that happen. And be assured, I will do that. Now, what went on this week is very, very important. I don't know if you remember, but at the very beginning of the week, I actually put out a tweet and I said that we have people who were riding on the Trump train, and they were being divisive and troublesome. I then had some tweets come back saying, who are they? Name them. And all I said was, they'll be named and shamed as the week goes on. Now, it's not in my nature to actually say, this is the person, and name who those people are. So I took something out of what I would call the Donald J. Trump playbook. He's always 2 or 3 steps ahead of the game. So what I did was, I put those tweets out which alerted the people that were barracking the Trump train that we own, not me, us, that we own and that we run for our benefit to benefit Trump. That's what it's all about. That we were being sniped at, lies were being said by various accounts and people, and some of them, unfortunately, I found 2 accounts were owned by the same person. I'm not going to name people, but that same person was tweeting from one account and saying blah 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 blah, tweeting from the other account, so it was the same person talking to themselves effectively, saying, oh yes, I agree, that's terrible, aren't they doing a bad job over there? He's a Brit, what's he got to do with it? He's not interested, he's after followers, and all this sort of thing. So they were stirring the pot, and they run their own Trump train, and I wish them every success in the world with that, and I want it to be successful. In fact, at one stage I did offer for them to join, but they refused. So basically, the easiest thing for me to do was to start this strategy where I informed people that we were having these sort of problems. They immediately attacked, etc. And then I won't say feigned because that's a bad word, but then I said, okay, I've had enough, I'm going to stop the Trump train. To give them the impression that I walked away from the chicken coop and the foxes could all come in and start doing what they wanted to do. And as soon as I did that, they all come out the woodwork. All the people who had lies to say, some of them even saying that I was asking people to block genuine Trump supporters, which wasn't true, completely untrue. A lot of the profiles that we recommended looked very much like Trump accounts, but once you went into them and opened any tweet and took a link off that tweet, it would take you straight to a porn site, straight to a dating site or whatever. We don't want them on the Trump train. We don't want them on our base. So we give recommendations, and we do it after we've carefully considered what we're recommending. So anyway, all I need to say really is you've seen now, because people think I'm defeated, they think that I don't have a backbone. I don't have one like Donald Trump, I must admit. That guy is amazing. But I do have a backbone, and I am a fighter, and I fight for you. Because if we get this right, we do something very powerful for Trump's cause and for America. So trust me, I am not a bot. I am not some secret agent who's trying to destroy the Trump base. I am actually working very hard to try and make sure that Trump's base in America is what I call coalesced. It's no good just having numbers of followers. And what we do on our Trump train, and it's our Trump train, is that we try and get everybody's base to grow, not just mine, but everybody's, and you're all growing with me, and you know that from your own um, involvement. So, what do I mean about coalesce? Well, think of it like a volume turner on a radio. At the moment, we're almost at one, but still another 9 notches to go. So coalescing a bass amplifies the sound, magnifies the sound and the voice that we have. So as your basses grow and my bass grows, we coalesce and we have this very, very powerful voice out to fight off the Democrats and the far left, and to make sure that we underpin the Trump message. That's what I'm trying to do. Now, you know yourselves, my ID is Connor Paddy. I have 2 superb helpers, and that is at Sugar Lily and at Sire Thingy. Now, when I post this video, I will have their IDs on there. You must add all of these people to it. And the great news today is that Dr. J. Schofield, who is an awesome, awesome person, has agreed that we will merge our trains and we will have one consolidated train that will take us forward in coalescing the base and making a real voice for Trump. The last one on there, AJA for Congress. I am supporting the Republican nominee for California Congress in America. I've built her base up from very, very few followers to so far to 3,500 followers. I'm hoping that with your help and your assistance that we can take that through the roof, get her voice heard, and have a chance to get her elected in the 2018 elections. Trust me, if we get together, we can do this and we can make it happen. And we can make America great again on behalf of Mr. Trump. The guy is a star. I love him, and don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. Thank you for listening. Follow my Trump train, and trust me, I will never let you down, and neither will my team. Don't forget, at AJA for Congress, add it to your base. Thank you guys. I'll speak to you again very soon.